Hi there, my name is Tatiana and you're watching YouTube channel You Can. Today is March 3rd, 2024, first video of the year for us, and we are here at NibbleScapes farm to show you what is happening. So first things first, of course we had to widen the driveway because the one that we had here was 20 feet wide. Currently it is 40 feet wide, and because we have a stream running through the property, we had to put a pipe in to keep the stream alive. And get all the permits, of course, from the township. If you didn't know, if you are widening a driveway that butts up against a public roadway, you have to buy what is called a highway occupancy permit to be able to expand your driveway. So that's what we did here, but we're really excited about this. It's a lot easier to drive in here than it was before. So we cleared out a lot of the shrubs and thorny stuff that was growing right along the stream, and the plan here is to plant some plants that will help the bank from becoming eroded. So we are looking at different things like witch hazels and different plants that have extensive root systems that will help keep the bank in place. But we got a lot of like the thorny roses out and other pretty much useless plants out of this area, and use these old railroad ties that somebody gave us to separate the gravel area from that growth area. So since this is going to be a certified organic farm, we will be making most of our compost ourselves. So we will have trucks coming with wood chips from local tree cutting companies. So we had to make this roundabout so they would have an easier time driving in and offloading their wood chips and then driving out of here. So we made this roundabout here, which I think is really cool. It's very nice not to have to back up into the road when you're leaving the farm. So what in creation is this? I almost fell. So what in creation is this? Well, we covered this up with the landscaping fabric last year because we were not quite sure what we were going to do here, but we wanted to maybe garden here a little bit for our own selves. And we covered it with landscaping fabric to kill off the weeds that were here. But now this is going to turn into like a picnic type of area. We are going to plant a couple trees and different shrubs here, lots of different native grasses, and put like a little gazebo picnic area, place where people who come to the farm could maybe sit down and have a little rest, and then the people who will be working at the farm will be able to eat their lunch here on sunny days and not get scorched by the sun. So I'm really excited for this spot right here. That's our project that's going to be happening here in not too long. So this area behind me that is not mowed down and looks kind of shrubby yet is the area where our vegetable garden will be. And basically this is where we will be doing the no-till permanent garden beds. We will lay down cardboard. We've been saving cardboard for the past months, I don't know how many months, and then on top of the cardboard, soil and compost get placed, and then our plants will be planted into that. And because this is a certified organic farm, we want to preserve the integrity of the soil and the microbiome that starts to develop when the soil is left undisturbed. So that's why the no-till. We have done a lot of research on that, and it seems to be like the best route for us to go with. So I'm really excited. In a couple days maybe, once the wind dries some of this excessive water off, we will be able to go in here and bush hog all of this shrubby goodness and put down cardboard and hopefully start with those beds. So yay, the most exciting part of the farm is this right now. It's actually the well. This is the pipe with the water pump. I guess you have to have water in order to have a successful farm. So initially we were going to build a tiny little structure where we could put a pressure tank in and maybe all the stuff that will basically hook up all of our irrigation systems somewhere on the wall in the shed. But because the township has its regulations and stipulations and whatnot, we cannot have more than 3 structures on this property. So when we bought this property, there was a shed way out there. That's one. And then we built one out here. And this would be structure number 3. So that puts us in a situation where we cannot build anything else on the property, even if it's the teeniest, tiniest little structure. So after a lot of brainstorming, we came up with the idea that we will put a tunnel house here. So the difference with a tunnel house is because it is covered with plastic and it does not have a permanent roof, it's not considered to be a permanent structure or a structure. So it's perfectly fine. We can put up 100 tunnel houses on here. No one's going to give a hoot about that. But that's what we're doing. We're going to put a tunnel house going this way, and it's going to have the well in it and then the pressure tank, and we're going to have a generator that will generate electricity for the water pump to work on the outside of the tunnel house. But the tunnel house is supposed to come sometime this week, I believe. So we'll take you on that journey of setting it up once it's here, but I'm super excited for that. And ta-da! Of course, we had to have a little fire pit. We have 2 kiddos, and they really love sitting at the fire pit and just warming themselves up when it's windy and cold when they're here with us. But I think a fire pit just is a must anywhere. So we bush hogged this entire area, and we are planning to have like a strip of experimental area right through here where we want to grow pumpkins and squash, and maybe have like a strip of like a nursery area where we start our own trees and shrubs. And our blueberries and berries are going to start further out there. We initially had contemplated about putting blueberries here, but this area is far too wet, and blueberries do not like poor drained soil, so we would either have to put a lot of different drainage systems in here to get this area to drain properly for the blueberries, which would take up a lot of finances. So we moved our blueberries up more onto the hill where the soil drains better, and this area is going to be pumpkin / experimental area where we grow lots of different stuff that we don't know how to grow yet. So another exciting addition to the farm is a tractor. Hopefully in the next video it will be able to be with us. I just don't want to walk out all the way to the shed because it's in the shed. But that thing is amazing. We've been using it to move wood and different piles of shrubs and wood chips and different stuff around here. And is it a lot easier than toting a wheelbarrow around. So let's head back and we will show you what we are doing as far as starting our own seeds. By the way, boots, rubber boots are an absolute necessity when it comes to this plot of land. It's all wet. So some of you probably remember from our previous videos, we have a greenhouse on our property by the house that we live in, which belongs to my brothers who have a greenhouse production thing that they have going on. So we are currently using their greenhouse to start our seeds for our farm, and that's where we're in right now. And I want to show you something super exciting. Look at all these onions. They are looking absolutely beautiful. And this variety is actually an Australian brown onion. Now, you see that there's like tons of them per cell. That's because last year I had planted the onion seeds and they did not start, and they did not sprout. And I had a packet of a whole bunch of them left. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna give them another try and plant them in and see what happens. And lo and behold, it looks like all of them are sprouting. So we'll have a little bit of work here trying to separate them out later on. But we have onions and we have kale, and this is all for the farm. They are out here waiting until our tunnel house comes in and we are able to get them moved over to the farm. So this is an example of the permanent no-till beds that I was talking about on the farm. We're actually in our backyard right now where we usually make all the videos, but as you can see, this area is raised up from the level of the ground, and we have wood chips in between, like on the walking area, and then the planting area is soil with compost mixed into it. And we have garlic growing here. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Potentially we will have this garlic for sale this summer at the farm. So it's music garlic. The variety is called Music. So we are in a little tiny room in our garage, and this is I don't even know how to call it, propagation table, grow table. But my husband made this. He saw a YouTube video of somebody else starting cuttings this way. And the idea here is that the outside temperature is cold, but the area where the roots are and the coconut substrate where the ends of the cuttings are placed into is warm, so that it triggers root. It stimulates root growth. So I want to show you a couple little cuttings right here. Do you see all these tiny little roots? Do you remember what this one is? Blackcurrant. Blackcurrant. This is a Jastaberry cutting. But look at those roots. You know, when we looked at the amount of plants we will need for our farm, and calculated the amount of money we would be using for that if we would be buying plants from nurseries, we said, we need to try something different. So we are planning to plant pussy willows on the sides by the stream. Look at that. We have a pussy willow tree in our backyard here at home, so I took a bunch of cuttings from that, and it looks like they're rooting. There's beautiful white little roots starting, and yeah, I think we have about 50 cuttings here of pussy willow, and we have some kiwi berry cuttings and some grape cuttings and a lot of different stuff. Blueberry cuttings right here. So yeah. So there's a link in the description, NibbleScapes.com, that you can go to and subscribe to our newsletter, and also a link to our Facebook page where we will be updating everything that becomes available as the season continues, and where you can keep track of what we're up to. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit a like and subscribe to our channel to follow us on the journey of NibbleScapes.